It's my birthday. And in honor of my birthday, I'm going to share with you 5 spiritual practices that I like to do on my birthday, just so I can start my new year off right. And for context, I treat my birthday like my own personal new year. So, yeah. Number one, we have to do a release ceremony. It's out with the old, in with the new. We want to make sure that we do a release ceremony to release our alignment and energy attachments to anything, anyone, any habits, any thought patterns, anything that is not aligned with our wellness. We want to write it all down, take it far away from our house, and burn it. I also like to start a fresh journal every year on my birthday to document that year of my life. It's like my personal books of the Bible, I guess, of my personal Bible of life, I guess. So I start a new journal, and the first page of that new journal is a gratitude list. I write down everything that I am grateful for, all of the lessons that I've learned thus far, everything I want to carry with me into this new year. And y'all know I'm a numerology girly, so I love getting a deeper understanding of the divine meaning of the year I'm turning in alignment with different numerology systems, right? So I'm going to recommend Lloyd Strayhorn, who has a book, Numbers in You, where he talks about your personal year, personal number, and all of that. I also follow Supreme Mathematics, and I apply that in my own way. Although it's not a system of numerology, I apply the divine meanings in my own way. So get a divine meaning of your new year in alignment with the stars and the numbers and all that good stuff. And this is a huge one for me. If you know me, you know I love a good theme of the year because it really helps me set my intention for my new year. And the difference between my theme of the year for my birthday versus my theme of the year for like the Gregorian calendar year or the Lunar New Year or any other year is that my birthday theme of the year is in alignment with my personal needs, my desires, my purpose. It's all about me. My other theme is centered around community. It's centered around like my deeper connection to the universal all. But for my personal new year, baby, I'm being selfish about it. So I choose a theme of the year that's in alignment with what I want, what I desire, the energy I desire to show up as for me. And in the words of Malcolm X, I like to make it plain, baby. And I do that by turning my theme of the year and my manifestations, my desires into a vision board. I like to have a physical documentation of my desires for my personal new year. I literally have multiple vision boards from different years I've turned from my early 20s when I first started doing vision boards. And I'm also in my 30s now. Okay, so I have many vision boards. And on those vision boards, I write the number, I paint. So I paint the number of the year that I'm turning. And then I also find different unique ways to turn my desires and my theme into a vision board, right? So I have a vision board full of Adinkra symbols. I have a vision board with different colors that symbolize different things. Of course, I have the traditional collage style vision board. Baby, a vision board can be done any way you like. You can also do a digital one if you want to. Whatever just feels well and feels in alignment with you for your personal new year, you do that. But it's important to put it on paper and make it plain. And in honor of your personal new year, hang that vision board up somewhere that you can see it every day and be reminded of the energy that you are aligned with. Now, y'all already know I'm going to do a little candle work, lay a little root down. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I like to top it all off with some good manifestation candle workings. These are the steps. I'm not going to read all of them, and please excuse the typos, okay? But it's very important for me that I do things that are in alignment with the number of the year I'm turning. So like the amount of money I put on the offerings around the candles, so many things are in alignment with my theme of the year, my desires. It's in alignment with the energy that I'm showing up as. It's in alignment with my intuition and my spirit. So follow your intuition, follow your spirit when completing these steps, when putting down your offerings, when deciding what you want, even down to like the type of candle that you use, maybe even the scent of the candle that you use. Follow your spirit because your spirit is calling you down a certain path for a reason. Trust it. And these are the final steps for the candle working. Now, a lot of people ask me, what do I do with the candle and the offerings and all of that once it is received, once everything is complete? And for me, I don't like to throw away any of my spiritual tools that I use for manifestation. I like to return it unto the universe. So I clean out the candle and I recycle that, and any offerings like fruit, herbs, water, liquids, I return it to the earth by leaving it at the base of a tree tree. Anything that is edible, of course, like I said, the fruits, the herbs, etc., I leave it at the base of the tree. And the coins, the money, any offerings that I use like that or have given like that, I like to return it unto the universe by giving it away, giving it to people who need it, right? So I give it to people who are unhoused. I give it to young children. I just return it into the universe, put the money back into the divine flow in honor of my ancestors. Those are my 5 spiritual practices that I like to implement every year on my birthday. And remember, it is your personal new year. Take some time to really center yourself. Tune in with your spirit, with your intuition. Listen to your spirit guides. Listen to the spirit energy around you. Trust the universe to conspire in your favor and know that you are well aligned with joy, baby. You deserve it. Much love and happy birthday to me.